Today's Auditor General report lays bare what we've all known, that over and over again, the Ford government prioritizes the interests of wealthy, well-connected insiders over everyday people. Ontarians are paying more and getting less because wealthy, well-connected insiders are making out like bandits. The most obvious example of this is the Skills Development Fund, a program designed to train and benefit workers is now being corrupted by the Ford government, turned into a slush fund to hand goodies out to well-connected insiders who have the money to pay for lobbyists. But you also see it in the failure of this government to even pretend like they're going to address the climate crisis. Over and over again, this government puts the profits of fossil fuel giants like Enbridge ahead of the people of Ontario. Instead of protecting people from the costs that are escalating due to the climate crisis, or just the threats that people are experiencing to their lives, livelihood, and property, the government says, no, we're going to put the profits of Enbridge over the people of Ontario. And when Enbridge calls and says jump, the Premier says, how high? We're all paying the price for this, but especially young families. It's their future. And you can also see it in the utter failure of this government to bring forward an affordable child care plan that all young families can access. So over and over again, Doug Ford stands up for wealthy, well-connected insiders. Ontario Greens are going to prioritize everyday people and the affordability challenges they face. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Do you agree with the corruption assessment from the ADP?
Certainly appears that way when you have over half of the applications that are rated low and poor being funded. You have to ask why. When you look at the lobbyist connections, you have to ask why. And for this to be happening at a time when so many workers are facing potential either being laid off or potential layoffs due to Trump's tariff threats, at a time when our colleges are cutting programs and laying off workers and support staff are on strike because our public colleges that have delivered high-quality training programs for years are underfunded. You have to ask why the Ford government is prioritizing the interests of wealthy, well-connected, low-performing insiders over the people of Ontario.
Sorry, Mike, I just coming to this late. The government isn't taking into account a lot of the things that it has done when it comes to its impact on greenhouse gas emissions. What do you think might be going on here? I mean, is this kind of like them burying their heads in the sand?
Well, I think the Premier has clearly decided that he's going to prioritize the profits of fossil fuel giants like Enbridge over protecting everyday Ontarians. I mean, you saw that when the government, and it's noted in the Auditor General's report, when the Ontario Energy Board said, hey, it's cheaper if we have heat pumps with new construction. But no, the Ford government immediately overturned an independent OEB decision to protect Enbridge's profits and force people to continue to subsidize fossil gas hookups and higher heating costs. You see this over and over again with this government. I mean, I used to say that the government has a made-to-fail climate plan. Now they have no damn plan at all.
Cool. Thank you.
Okay. Have a good one. Thanks, everyone.